congratulations to Côme once again.
Thank you very much, Camille. It was, just like you said for the speech before, it was probably way better than my actual life. But, thank you, it was great. I'll stick to English. So it is a great honor for me to be in front of you and to join the Jérôme Lohez Foundation beautiful family. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming. I would like to particularly thank the members of the foundation for giving me the opportunity to speak today and to pursue my studies, to help me pursue my studies. Special thanks also to the French General Council, Madame Legendre, for hosting us in this incredible place. I was 4 years old when 9/11 occurred. I had just moved to Beijing and I don't remember anything of it. It's an event that I studied at school and that for me it was something that affected others' lives, and it didn't really affect me. It touched others' lives. Since then, several attacks have taken place in places near me and affected people just like me, which made me rethink the way I perceived 9/11 and showed me a different way to analyze it. This year, the award introduced me to Madame de Lohez, whom I met for the first time at the 9/11 Memorial Tribute Museum. We did a tour of the museum and then we shared a lunch. I returned home with a little notebook which presented the life of Jérôme Lohez. All the testimonies I read and heard in that day presented a very different story from the one I had been taught at school. It was a story which included voices, and there were voices of ordinary people. The Lohez family, just like all the other families affected, did not deserve what happened to them. As a student pursuing my studies in a very international environment, I'm especially affected and touched by the story of Jérôme and de Dening. It is a story that shows both the best and the worst of international mobility and cooperation. On the one hand, you have the passionate love story that they lived, and then on the other hand, you have the clashes of cultures and the violence. What struck me and what particularly inspired me in this case was her response to 9/11. Her response was very brave in the way I see it. She wanted to understand. She didn't want to fear or hate. I believe that there will always be people with diverging interests. Yet, that there will always also be people who will want to cooperate. Whatever I end up doing in my life, as she mentioned, I'm still a bit confused. I intend to spread ideas of tolerance and cooperation. After 2 years in the international environment of Sciences Po's Europe-Asia campus in Le Havre and Columbia, and 1 year now at Columbia University, I feel like I know more and I fear less. In today's globalized society, things could be overwhelming for most of us because of the exposure to the diversity of the world. Each of us in his or her daily life is exposed, sometimes several times a day, to new things that are unknown, and they can be behaviors, values, beliefs, etc. Sciences teach us that when we don't know, we are scared. This is why I am here now at Columbia and why I was at Sciences Po. I am grateful to Columbia University, to Sciences Po, to the Alliance program, and to the foundation for this. I'm here to learn as much as possible. I'm here to trust the people of the world and to have the keys to embrace my future. Thank you.